day. This is the #1 day of the entire year of 2025 to get our today's special value. This is flaky and it's moist, and I have it a couple of times a week. I love it. I'm on auto delivery. Are you? Come on in for the Egg Harbor Faroe Islands Salmon Filets. They're the lowest price they're going to be, not for just today, but for next month and the month after that. In fact, Brittany was telling for the entire year of 2025. This is it. So the time is now for you to pick up our #1 most reordered food on QVC. It won Best Fish 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. If you're a big fan, 1-800-395-1601. We're going to chat with you about why you love it, how you make it. It's so incredibly versatile, so delicious, so consistently delicious. But here's what you got to know. First of all, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Since midnight, when you launched this, 10,000 have now been spoken for, and 1,000 just in the show. And the presentation is about 30 seconds, right? We just started. 1,000 people are on the line. So there's 2 ship dates. One is immediate, and then the second ship date is March 24th, in time for Easter or Fish Fridays or all those things. But you're going to have to get on the line now to pick it up. And here's the story with the auto delivery. There's so many auto delivery stories, Britt, because there's 2 massive groups of people that are getting off their auto delivery run. Their auto delivery is ending. 2 years ago, their 2-year auto delivery is ending, and then last year's auto delivery is ending. So now, in honor of that, we're bringing this in and locking you in for auto delivery for 2 full years. So here's the story. Here's what you're getting. You're getting 10 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're all individually packaged. They're all flash frozen, and we'll dive into where they come from. You get the seasoning, you get the cooking guide. Nobody does the guide better than Rostelli and Egg Harbor, our #1 brand on Q. So just choose that ship week and then choose the auto delivery, but you're getting all of these. I love the way they're packaged. It's the most foolproof food I could ever make. I make them a couple times a week, and you will love. So that's the story on what you are getting. But now, as you're seeing these, as I'm biting in, as you're seeing the flakiness, you're seeing the color, and what are you not getting? It's not fishy, right, Britt?
No, not at all. The salmon is so incredibly mild, as a salmon actually should be. Beautiful. It flakes like that. It's nice and moist. Again, it has that mild flavor, and that is all in a testament to where it's from, and that is the really special Faroe Islands.
Well, let's go to the Faroe Islands, shall we?
Faroe Islands.
By the way, $20, lowest price of the year. These have been on the air for like $130 in the past. So when you say name your source, guess what? Now you're going to the source. Now you're talking restaurant quality. Where are we right here?
Here we are. We are in a remote cluster of islands just above Scotland, and this is called the Faroe Islands. They are absolutely beautiful. The water is pristine. There's a very strong Arctic current that flows through those fjords and sounds right where the salmon are. So it keeps the water very cold and very clean. And then in that environment, the salmon are fed an all-natural, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free diet. And then they're pulled out of the water right in the Faroes, where the bones are taken out, the skin is taken off, and then they are individually packaged and blast frozen, which is huge. Blast freezing locks in all of the nutrients, all of the freshness, that vibrant orange color that we want to show you.
Yeah.
And that marbling that is synonymous with a steak, right? So when we think marbling, we think buttery.
Right. Well, come on over here. That is where it's coming from. So it's as fresh as when you caught it. And we're going to take it. Guys, do we have one that's already packaged? I want to see the individual package on the one.
Here we go.
We'll go right in here.
Right in the
So
freezer.
you get them and you grab this one out of the freezer. Boom. And it is flash frozen, started right here. All the bones taken out. And then you're getting 10 of these. They're perfect every time.
Exactly. You can see the stripes. That's the marbling. This is a center cut piece as well. So we take the shoulder, we take the tail off. We use that for burgers and other things. But the center cut 6-ounce pieces are then portioned out for you perfectly. You know you're getting 34 grams of protein, omega-3s, omega-6s. I mean, people have been eating salmon for years for the health benefits.
No doubt.
But they tell me they weren't really enjoying that journey. The Faroe Island salmon, you know, based on so many people I've spoken to, has changed that.
If you've been told, you got to have more protein in your diet, love it. Eat your salmon, omega-3s and all the benefits. eat your salmon, and it's incredibly delicious as well. And it's also versatile. So when you see the flakiness, that's one thing. Just on its own, it's great. But as you're shopping right now, realize, and as we're taking your calls, 1-800-395-1601, there are so many things you can do with it. So this is where you really come in. Let's get creative. What do you want to show us, Britt?
Exactly. So one of the first things that we can show you is the oven baking method. It's so simple. The salmon can cook from frozen, but it's not 100% recommended. I always recommend that you thaw it for about 30 minutes or put it in your fridge.
That's what I do.
The night before. You do the one-pan dinners too, right?
I do the one-pan dinners. Well, look at this. So this is air fryers, your friend. I put it in the oven. I put it in a Temptations dish. You can't go wrong with this. It's so good, and it's so consistently good every single time. Unlike a steak that you get in the supermarket. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's fatty, sometimes it's tough. The Faroe Island salmon, know your source. Not fishy and always delicious every time. Come on in if you're a fan. This is the lowest price of the year. Of the entire year, one timer on auto delivery. My producer Jonathan is telling me that if you want it right now, the immediate ship date, guess what? Don't wait on the immediate ship date. So Alberti's filling in today for In the Kitchen with David. Is the immediate ship date going to be there at noon? I don't know, 10,000 ordered, and this is the only chance for this year to get this price. And then you talk sauces, right?
Exactly. We have the lemon dill sauce available today. It can be used ahead of time or at the end as a finishing. So the one that I have on this piece of salmon, the white, this is David's creamy dill recipe. This is a cold sauce. So you can just whip this up and then put it on top of your salmon. This one, I put the lemon dill sauce that is available today.
I love your lemon dill sauce.
On ahead of time.
Yeah.
And kind of let it sink in. The salmon's
almost
really
like a marinade,
great.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The salmon's really great on its own as it already is, but it also pairs well with almost any flavor, any season.
When I say those awards, by the way, when I say the reviews, 2,000 five-star reviews. That's insane, 2,000 five-star reviews. But it's the auto delivery that gets me.
Yes.
Because you're not going back to a restaurant if the food's not good. If the service, right? So this is the most auto-delivered product when it comes to food on QVC. You're getting 10 of these, lowest price of the year, with the guide, with the seasoning, individually packaged. They're fantastic. Have one at night. You and your hubby go for it. And you know what? What are we gonna do? Put these in water for like 15 minutes, and they're thawed. You're good to go. We're going to the great state of Pennsylvania, where we're broadcasting from, and saying hello to Diana. Diana is joining us right now. How you doing, Diana?
Hi, I'm doing okay. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Almost 2,000 people are on the line just this morning at 9:40 in the morning, picking up our today's special value. It's a rock star. Do you love the Egg Harbor salmon?
I do.
You do?
I do, yes.
That's
And I have
fantastic.
to tell you a little story.
Please.
When my kids were teenagers, my brother was staying with me with his daughter, and I walked into the kitchen one day, and on top of the stove, in this package, opened, was this big fish. And I was like, what is that? And my brother said, it's salmon. Just try it. I said, no way. Well, here, my daughter ate the whole piece. I'm talking the length of the stove. She ate the whole piece of salmon. She's like, Mom, that was awesome. You have to make that. I said, Amanda, there's skin on that and everything else. I said, I'm not making that. Well, when Brittany came on, and I watched her, and I watched her, and I watched all her products and her husband and everything. And I'm on a special diet because I'm not well. Well, I started to order, and when I tasted this salmon, I'm telling you, it was out of this world, and it will be in my freezer forever.
Oh, how about that, Brittany?
Thank
it
you
will be
so
in my
much.
freezer forever. So you want to get on auto delivery and keep this party coming. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
How do you make it? Do you make it with sauces? Do you make it with spices? What do you put on yours?
I just bread it lightly because I have to watch, what I eat. But you know what? The flavor is in the fish. You don't really have to do anything to that fish.
Oh, man, that's a great
It's
line, right?
awesome.
So true.
And I bake it. I have an air fryer that I don't know how to use because I'm a little leery of it. So I bake it, and it's fabulous. A little side and a little vegetable or a salad. It's great.
Love it. Diana, thanks for starting out our show. We appreciate you. Glad that you're a big fan. Continue to be, okay?
Thank you so
I
much,
will be.
Diana.
Bye-bye.
I love you,
Hold on.
Brittany.
If you're like
and
Diana.
you the boss.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.
Give us a call, 1-800-395-1601. So this is what you're getting, all 10. Real simple offer. 2 ship dates, right now or March 24th. But if you want it now, the immediate ship date, one time, or on auto delivery. And you can lock into auto delivery, by the way. and do it, in this case, every 60 days for not 1 but 2 full years. And you said it earlier, Brittany, a lot of people going off auto delivery right now, or that's coming to an end. Their 2 years is coming to an end. So time to re-up. This is the only time this year. So next month, this price will not be here.
Correct.
Month after that, for
Nope.
2025, it will not be here. Not in gift-giving time, not in holiday time, not in the middle of summer. Will not be this price. Today's your day. 2,000 reviews, and 2,000 of you are now shopping. Now, all of the social media stuff that you hear about, you get feedback on, this is one of the most popular requests. It's so elegant, and yet you're always like, but it's really not that hard. It's pretty simple. What is it?
Exactly. The salmon can be so fancy and so special for special occasions, but it also can be really casual and simple. So I want everybody to think about that canned tuna fish salad.
That you're going to step up like 1,000 notches.
Exactly.
By taking the can of tuna, putting it aside, and putting Egg Harbor salmon. Faroe Island salmon. It looks so good. My mouth is watering right now. With a little bit. What else you put in there? What are some secrets?
So here, I just did it how I like mine. So I just have a little bit of mayo. Sometimes I lighten it up and use Greek yogurt.
Guys, you got to try this.
Instead, a little onion, a little celery, and then a little bit of the Egg Harbor seasoning, and
You know,
that's
I've never
it.
done this before. So sometimes you use like a yogurt.
Yeah, I use a Greek yogurt if I just
Oh,
wanted to, make it a smarter choice for
Sure,
the day.
sure. And
But
pop it on there. Man.
I do this for everything. I do it in sandwiches. I put it on crostinis if
that.
we're having hors d'oeuvres.
Look at that. And by the way, you just made that one salmon go a long way. That's like a few servings, right?
Yes. I mean, there's definitely a way to stretch this. Absolutely.
Wow.
gonna
Done.
have my little
Done.
DLC
Sold.
here.
$20. Come on a credit card. Lock in because it's the lowest price of the year. We're very busy on the phones. It's our today's special value. This is the #1 most reviewed, most auto delivery delivered item that we have in our food category, and there's a reason. It's consistently good every single time. We get our batch, we get our 10. I love the individual packaging. I'll take one out, sometimes just one. Sometimes surf and turf with a Rustelli steak. Sometimes have it with a salad. Sometimes I say, you know what, I'm hungry tonight, man. These are good. They're filling, they're wonderful. They're loaded with protein, loaded with flavor, loaded with omega-3s and all the nutrients. So it's everything that's good for you and that tastes great, and it's elegant. And here's what you're not doing. You're not going out and spending $25, $30 at a restaurant for your salmon, for your Faroe Island salmon, like $30 a serving, right? Faroe Island salmon is like a steak out there. So the #1 restaurant in town could be your own home. Again, we're very busy on the phones. It's 2024 Customer Choice Food Award winner. No, so 2023, 2022, 2021, and 2020. So extraordinary. What are you making now?
So here we're having breakfast. I mean, it's 9:30 in the morning where we are,
Why
right?
shouldn't we have a little elegant brunch?
Why shouldn't
What
we?
about an Easter brunch? How about that?
Exactly. Let's have some Benedict.
Oh
So-
my gosh, look at that.
So we have our muffin. We just did a little flake of the salmon, some spinach, and the poached egg.
That looks fantastic. Boy, that is a work of art. Poach the egg. There you got your muffin.
Exactly. You have, maybe, again, you're individually packaged here, so you're
looks
really
extraordinary.
not going to have any waste. And
Hey,
I always have to kind of make one extra if I know I want to do something like this in the morning.
so think about that. So you now, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all same food, all because it's delicious, elegant, beautiful, and really easy to make. So when you make yours in your air fryer, like I'll put it in my oven, in my Temptations dish, right? For like 15, 17 minutes, something like that, right?
Right.
It comes out and it's perfect every time. Air fryer, even less. It's great. So look at what we've done. You did the salmon Benedict, right?
Exactly.
You did a breakfast, you did a lunch. Now what's going on?
So now another option for the salmon is pan searing it. This is probably one of my favorite ways because you can sear the salmon for about 5 minutes on one side, take it out, and then make a sauce. So that's what I'm doing here. This is our Marry Me Salmon recipe available on QVC.com. So basically we have a little onion, a little garlic, some sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at
We'll add
that.
a little bit of tomato paste. We're gonna make this sauce nice and pink.
This is magic, everybody. Come on in. If this is not making you hungry, I'm telling you, this looks amazing. It smells great. So you said you seared it first? Is that what you just said?
I seared it for 5 minutes on one side. A great rule of thumb when it comes to searing fish is 10 minutes per 1 inch. So if your salmon is about an inch and a half thick, you want to go 10 to 12, 10 to 13 minutes
Got
total.
it.